Mossy Creek needs us. I will be performing a windshield survey by driving throughout the watershed and recording not only the characteristics of the river, but also the potential pollutants of Mossy Creek. As we drive to the bottom of the river, we can see a vineyard and a farm as possible contributors to the water quality of the North River.
We're here at the bottom of Mossy Creek, and as you can see, the banks of the river are very steep, and behind us is a number of farms that could possibly contribute to the pollution of this creek.
As you can see, the bottom of Mossy Creek has a poor riparian habitat, making it susceptible to erosion. The benthic substrates consist of cobblestones and silt. As we move up the Mossy Creek, we see more farms and residential areas bordering the Mossy Creek. The banks are not as steep as what we saw at the bottom of the river, and the creek is shallower, with silt and dirt deposits in some areas of the river. As you can see, there are a number of farm animals that contributes to the pollution of this creek. Here we see a man-made lake that is linked to the creek. And dogs.
Doggies! Hello!
Yeah, cows!
Here we see another example of Mossy Creek's riparian habitat and its silt and dirt deposits. Moving up the Mossy Creek, we see a horse ranch and cornfields. This part of the Mossy Creek is for public use, and as you can see, a net is supporting the banks of this river. A pool and ripple sequence can be clearly seen with heavy stones and logs at the bottom of the pool and cobblestones at the ripple. Here we see a healthy riparian habitat with trees and a gradual sloping of the banks.
We're underneath the bridge of Mossy Creek Road, where they fly fish for trout.
Here is another public area designated for fly fishing. In this area of the creek next to a fire station, the water is very shallow, covered in leaves suitable for shredders and collectors. The riparian habitat is supported by some trees, and the benthic substrates consist of cobblestones covered in algae. Driving up near the head of the river is a huge pool covered in algae. Next to a residential neighborhood, this slow-moving pool looks murky from the road. At the head of Mossy Creek, we see that the water is fairly clear, surrounded by large rocks and some trees.
We did it, guys! We're at the end! We're at the head of Mossy Creek! This is awesome!
Leaving Mossy Creek, we take a glance at the North River upstream of Mossy Creek. With a noticeable width difference, the banks are supported by a plethora of trees. Like the Mossy Creek, the North River watershed is also bordered by a number of farms and residential areas.
And back to you.